Hi, this is Ed Baig with USA Today. I'm here with Lloyd Clark from Roku.
Yes, sir.
And behind us, we have a Roku TV from TCL. There's also a Roku TV coming from Hisense. And the obvious question, you guys are known for your set-top boxes. Why do I need an integrated Roku TV when I can pay $50 or a little more in some cases for a Roku box?
That's a great question, Ed. So clearly we have a great lineup of set-top boxes from $50 to $100, but we thought the smart TV industry was facing a problem that we could help solve, and that's adding simplicity to the entire TV operation, not just adding on streaming or bolting it on. Streaming for us is the interface, and that's what Roku's done. We've created an operating system for the entire television. So Roku controls the tuner, it controls the inputs, it controls the image, it does everything for the TV.
Now, you mentioned inputs, and that's a bugaboo for a lot of people. There was the Blu-ray player on input 2, and the Xbox on some other input, and the Roku box itself on another input. You say you control that. How is it different?
Well, our interface really is a TV for the way people watch TV today. It takes everything and puts it on one home screen. So on my home screen, I've got access to any of the things that I've connected to my television, whether it's my Blu-ray or whether it's my Xbox. I can get to it just from one click of my remote. And you point out the input button, which in my house is a big problem. When someone presses the input button, it ends up in a tech support call to me because you get snow on the screen, you get to a dead end quite frequently. And so what we've taken with our remote is the input button completely off.
Now, as a Roku TV, is all the same functionality as on, again, that Roku set-top box, the standalone box, or your streaming stick?
When we built the Roku UI, we built it with a view to the future. We knew that we were going to be working on televisions, so we created it so that we could add TV functionality. So it is, in fact, the same interface, the same platform, the same operating system that we use on our boxes and our sticks, except now with added functionality for television control.
And it can be updated as you make updates, again, to the set-top box. I'd get the same updates on the TV.
That's a great, great idea, and that's something that our founder, Anthony Wood, he decided early on is that things are going to keep on changing, so we want to be able to make sure that we're always able to update. A good example is Netflix. So we just did an update to Netflix, so the start time in Netflix is down now to below 3 seconds.
Let's talk about remote controls. Obviously, some remote controls are very complicated out there. Some people use universal remotes as a result of that. First of all, can you use a universal remote with this TV? And what about the remote control that comes with these TVs?
This is fully compatible with remote controls from other manufacturers. So if you have a Harmony, you can program that to control this television. But the remote that we've come to market together with TCL and Hisense is very similar to the Roku remote. In fact, it is the same thing as a Roku remote. The only buttons we've added are power and volume, of course, to control the television. We believe the simplicity of a remote is something that applies to the entire user interface, that it's not just what you see on the screen, but what you hold in your hand so that you can quickly get to the show that you want to get to.
Now, you talk simplicity, but there are a few people out there, the real techies, who want to, muck around with the settings and get in deep into advanced settings. How easy is it to do that?
Yeah, there's an old commercial, maybe not so old, called an app for that. Well, you see a lot of TV remote controls, there's a button for that. There's a button for MTS, there's a button for SAP, I saw a button for a manual on a remote the other day. We decided to keep the remote very, very simple. And the buttons are used that are context sensitive. So, for example, when I press the star button, it'll give me options for the screen that I'm on. So let's say I'm watching video. It'll bring up my image controls. Or let's say I'm on my home screen. It'll bring up the settings for the home screen so I can personalize it or customize it to what I want.
Now, it's no secret margins have been challenged in the TV business. Pricing obviously has come way down for high-def TVs and even 4K TVs. These are not 4K TVs, at least not yet. But what about the pricing for these TVs?
Well, Roku's done really well for sticks and for set-top boxes, and together with manufacturers like TCL and Hisense, is developed for a very low-cost platform. So you're going to see these televisions come to market at a very aggressive price point. TCL, for instance, is announcing pricing of a $229 price for their 32-inch, and but their 55-inch is as low as $649.
And what about 4K?
4K, we really think that's an interesting market. Today's announcement is all about Roku TV. These TVs are 1080 TVs.
Great. Lloyd Clark from Roku. I'm Ed Baig from USA Today.